Well, you notice Mr. Putin the cat isn't wearing a collar right now, and there's a reason for it because, man, I felt so bad because I put his collar on loose, but not too loose. But I guess they must have been playing around early in the morning, and Rocky must have got his claw caught in the collar. And he pulled one part of the loop of the collar over Putin's mouth, and he was stuck in there. And I was like, yeah, you. And it was stuck in there, and it kind of, well, he should be all right though, because I don't think he was seriously hurt, but he kind of was hurt a little bit for sure, and he should be all right. But I'm going to point out something, because I knew, like, if you go outside, you definitely want to have a breakaway collar, but he was inside, and I have breakaway collars. I was like, what the hell can go wrong with him inside? He's not going to get his collar caught on a fence. And I usually leave it off of him, but I put it on him once in a while so he stays used to it. Rocky, I'll never get a collar around that yo-yo in a million years, but let me show you what happened. And so what happened was, I didn't have the collar too loose or too tight. It was actually the perfect adjustment. But what happened was, Rocky must have been playing around. He got his claw on this, and he pulled this end down into his mouth. And he was like going, and I was like, holy shit. I can imagine if that happened to a cat outside, or they were gone for a day or some shit, and it gets caught in their mouth, they can't eat, and all this other stuff. But normally the way I used to have this before, was I had it, and I loosened it up a little bit because he got a little bit bigger, and I took it off him for a while, and I says, leaving it off. Then I put it on him so he stays used to having a collar, because once in a while I have to have a collar for him. But the way I had it before was I had this sewn together here, like this. So that couldn't, but I didn't even think that would happen. And the only way it could have happened was Rocky, when they're playing, he pulled this down with his claw, and it went over his mouth, and he had it like in a choker on his neck. I was like, holy shit. I don't know how long it was like that. It might have been like that for, I don't know, maybe an hour in the morning, because when I woke up, he was like going, and I was like, what the hell's the matter with you, bud? And fixed it for him right away. But this is, and I have a couple, well, I'm sorry, man. I feel bad about that as all hell, but I was like, holy shit, how am I going to anticipate all this stuff? And it makes me think, damn it, you definitely want to have your cat inside, man. You don't want to leave your cat outside, because just too many crazy things are going to happen. But this is a breakaway collar. I got a couple of these. You just pulled it, see? You just pull it, it breaks away. So, and you can have the name tag on there like that, like I have this one. And he's got the microchip, but I'm thinking from now on I'm going to move this name tag over to this breakaway puppy, and he's going to have this one. But if I take him to the vet, he gets all spastic. I need to use this one. Because it's like, yo, buddy, I got to grab him by the back of the fur and hold him down, because he gets all freaking crazy, man, right? It's you, right? None of you guys, all cats hate going to the vet. Well, next time you get in your 3-year rabies shots, you don't have to go too often. Anyway, he seems okay, though. He seems okay. But these guys, they hide their pain so freaking well. It's like you don't know. You don't know. That's one thing. It's like a dog might sit there and go, woo, woo, woo. A cat, they don't say nothing. They don't say nothing. I think he's okay, though. But it was kind of bothering him for like a day. And I was just thinking, if that was him outside, that happened to him, and he had this, you had a cat collar like this, and you had it all adjusted properly, and some other cat comes along, or he gets caught, I know I wasn't going to have this kind of ever on him outside. But he's never going outside anyway. But if this gets caught, this can get pulled under by his mouth, then he can't eat, and the damn thing is choking him. I'm like, holy shit. And it was all adjusted properly. It was just, you want to actually, if you want to do this, you have it adjusted properly, what you want to do is sew this together right here, here, and here. So stupid thing. And probably, actually, if I had a cat and he was outside, these are indoor guys, I'd definitely use the breakaway. But I have that other collar, like I said, for when he goes to the vet, because I gotta pick him up from back here, and he's like, hold on, buddy, or you're getting a shot. So sometimes you need those collars that aren't breakaways, but even with this thing, it's a pain in the ass if you got to keep readjusting the collar. And the other thing is, you got to make sure like two or a couple fingers fit underneath the collar comfortably. It's got to be kind of loose, but not extremely loose. And I don't like these things in a lot of ways, but the only reason I had it on him is because I want to make sure he's used to it, because when he goes to the vet, I need to have that stupid collar on him, because he spazzes out, and just like every other damn cat out there. Otherwise, it's staying off of him, man. I mean, I think cats, with the collar, you think it's protected, but if you got them outside, I don't believe in having them outside, but you have them outside, you want to have this loop. Well, in this case, this is a smaller one. Probably wouldn't have a problem. But in this case, you want to have this loop sewn together. And you also want to have it adjusted exactly right. And you also want to have it breakaway like this. One of these breakaway puppies, because they can get caught up somewhere, man. They can get caught up somewhere. He's just inside, though, so I didn't expect nothing to happen. But sometimes stupid things happen even when they're inside. And I'm thinking, I'm definitely not letting these guys go out, man. Something will happen to them, So anyway. And by the way, Putin is an extremely laid-back cat. They said he was a very laid-back cat, and actually, he takes care of the other ones. And he if another cat comes by and is pushing away on his food or something, he just kind of lets him do it. He's like a calm. He reminds me of like a Buddha cat. He's a he's a calm, patient cat, man. Very much so. Very loyal. He always hangs over by me. He's like you're right by the foot of the bed. He's like a dog. He's just like a dog. And they say that about the Abyssinians. He's mostly Abyssinian. You can see he's not all, because he's got some stripes on the legs, but he's mainly Abyssinian. He's like a little dog, man. He's a very, very little dedicated cat. I can tell you, he's got a different personality than the other ones or any other cats I've had. He's very, very laid back, very patient. It's like he never bitches about nothing, man. I mean, I don't know, what's a cat gonna say? Well, Rocky comes over all the time. He goes, meow, meow, I want my food. But Putin is like, he reminds me of like a Buddha Confucius guy, He's very, very patient. So maybe that goes along. He's going to be a great leader of Russia someday. We're going to have Putin the cat as leader of Russia versus Putin the man. So Mr. Putin the cat's going to really straighten things out, right?